From Buckingham Palace, Princess Kate releasing a personal message after a challenging year for her and the royal family.
Recently on live TV, Kate Middleton left the world shocked to its core when she did the unimaginable. She publicly announced that she would be getting baptized, leaving everyone wondering why. What could possibly have been the reason for this shocking decision? Well, keep watching, because you're about to find out. The audience at the interview could not hide their surprise. Known as an elegant British royal, Kate had never really done anything so prompt in the past, except was very necessary. So why was she choosing to be baptized now? Amidst the gasps, the princess spoke up again. "It is a decision that I have carefully thought about, and is highly necessary for my spiritual journey at this time. There is one thing the recent events in my life, including my struggle with cancer, have taught me. It is that we must hold on to God at every step of the way, because it is only through the power and strength He provides that we can overcome the darkness in this world."
In January, I underwent major abdominal surgery in London. The surgery was successful. However, tests after the operation found cancer had been present.
The crowd fell silent, pondering deeply about what Kate Middleton had just said. Kate Middleton has never been one to hide her faith. As a matter of fact, her methods of leadership and show of kindness have always reminded the world of her faith. Yet, the millions who watched the interview from across the globe could not help but get even more confused. Knowing the royal family's religious traditions and practices over the years, it was beyond argument that Kate must have been baptized as an infant. Why then would she want to be baptized for the second time? The temperature of the atmosphere soon quickly grew hotter at the princess's announcement. Considering the fact that Kate Middleton had announced her decision during a live interview, it was clear that not just England, but the entire globe were watching at the same time. Hence, it was not just the citizens of England who had to deal with the explosive events. Here, both fans and critics alike were stunned, but the tension continued to build. It was clear that there was a lot more to Kate's announcement than what was being said, so the world remained still, with everyone keeping their eyes glued to their screens with apprehension, unsure of the next words that would spill out of the princess's mouth. It was normal for Kate Middleton to make live appearances in the past and wow the crowd, but something was different about her and the message she bore this time around. Even a blind man could tell that it wasn't a regular day, and this almost made the air in the atmosphere thinner for everyone. What explanation could Princess Kate possibly provide for this weighty decision? Nerves were running wild, but a relief from the tension soon came when the Princess of Wales spoke up again. "I know that I've been baptized before. I'm grateful that even as a child, my parents held my hand and showed me the path of faith. But today, my experience in faith is not just about how I was raised. It is about a personal encounter. It is about knowing the light for myself and actively deciding to touch it." At this point, the significance of Kate Middleton's decision was starting to hit home, stirring up emotions in some and relief in others, but the surprise was far from over. For those who felt a momentary relief from the tension in the atmosphere, their relief was short-lived, replaced quickly by a different kind of emotion. A portion of the crowd almost fainted out of shock when Kate Middleton announced that she had not just decided to get baptized again, but that she would also be doing so on live TV. The crowd, which had managed to go silent before, was soon rumbling again. It was one thing to be baptized for the second time, but this was more than that. The British royal family has always been known to do its best to keep personal matters such as this private and away from the media, which is a constant watchdog on the trial of British royals. However, the fact that Kate Middleton wasn't trying to hide this part of her life, and the fact that she was bold about her every word and actions, soon left everyone pondering more deeply about the event. Could there be a deeper message in all of this that Kate Middleton was trying to send? The news of Kate's shocking decisions soon spread like wildfire. News outlets were certainly quick to pick up the story, leading to breaking news alerts and more live coverage. Overall, the event soon started up conversations, with everyone commenting on the topic across the globe. The interview had ended, but the story was far from over. Immediately after the interview, social media platforms were flooded with comments, tweets, and posts about the event, with hashtags trending worldwide. Thanks to Kate Middleton's new decision, the online space was soon overcrowded, with everyone doing something and trying to speak at the same time. But beyond all this, something remained strange. Kate Middleton was silent, not making any further comment about the event. With Kate Middleton not saying anything about the event anymore, everyone grew more speculative, with unanswered questions flying around. What was Kate Middleton's real motive for making such a bold decision? How would this new rhythm of things affect the royal family and England as a whole? Were things about to change as we know it, and would the recent events affect the modalities of rulership of the British monarchy? All of these questions screened for individual answers as they came, but Kate Middleton remained silent. Thankfully, though, the silence was soon broken by Prince William himself. 3 days following the event, the world woke up to a post from the future King of England on Twitter. Here, the Prince of Wales spoke without mincing words as he wrote, "Today, I'm incredibly proud of my wonderful wife, Catherine, as she takes this meaningful step in her faith journey. As a family, we support and love her, and we're honored to stand by her side as she reaffirms her commitment to her faith. Faith is a personal journey, and we respect and admire Catherine's decision to be baptized again. This is a moment of great joy and significance for our family, and we're grateful for the love and support of those around us. Please join us in wishing Catherine all the best on this special day. #RoyalFamily, #faith, #love. Following Prince William's post, there was new insight into Kate Middleton's decision. News outlets went to work again, issuing breaking news alerts and pushing notifications, reviving conversations about the topic afresh. The deal day for the long-expected baptism soon came amidst the numerous discussions of Kate's decision. With the day finally here, the world braced itself for the unknown as the cameras started rolling. The event was set to take place at the Chapel Royal at St. James Palace, with limited attendees. From what was captured live, only the royal family members, close friends, and mentors, as well as clergy and church officials, were in attendance.
A big day for Britain's royal family. The youngest royal was just christened. 11-week-old Prince Louis of Cambridge, the son of Prince William and Kate, was baptized by the Archbishop of Canterbury a short time ago.
The atmosphere was solemn, but at the same time, joyful for reasons that the public could not yet understand. The event began with a procession led by the clergy, followed by Kate, her family, and other attendees. Following this was the singing of traditional hymns, the making of prayers, and readings focusing on the themes of faith renewal and spiritual growth. When it was finally time for Kate to be baptized, silence embraced the crowd as they watched the British princess step forward, joining the Archbishop of Canterbury in a portable ornate pool. Here, she was beautifully adorned in a white dress, emphasizing the spiritual and sacred significance of the event. The world watched with bated breath when Kate was finally submerged in the water by the Archbishop of Canterbury before bringing her out again. When Kate Middleton emerged from the water, everyone was stunned by what they saw. Of course, she hadn't grown wings or metamorphosed into an entirely new creature. It was the same Kate Middleton, the Princess of Wales, who emerged from the water, but something was different about her. There was an unusual radiance of joy the crowd could emanate from her, but that wasn't all. It was clear she had something to say, and she wasn't going to be silent about it. Boldly looking into the camera around, Kate Middleton opened her mouth and let the words flow out. At a point in every man's life, we would all have to choose our faith and decide who we want to follow. Choosing to follow God and take advantage of the life that Christ has given is a choice that we will all have to make for ourselves. The journey towards eternity is a personal one, and I am happy to have found the strength to follow the light as a person. Kate's words were gentle but firm, and everyone could almost touch the silence in the room as the message sank in. Her words were strong, drawing all into a deeper place of personal reflection. There was nothing coercive about Kate's tone as she spoke. Rather, the words were like a soothing encouragement, reminding all of the importance of faith. Throughout my journey in life, I can boldly say that I have tasted joy, happiness, luxury, and fame. I have also tasted good health and sickness. My journey has also not been free from pain, but if all of this has taught me one thing, it is that there is peace in Christ. Jesus said that you should come into him, who have labored and are heavy laden, and he will give us rest. I am so glad that I have found my rest in him today. She paused for a moment before continuing. I am deeply humbled and grateful for this sacred experience. Today I reaffirm my commitment to my faith, and I am thankful for the love and support of my family, friends, and the church. This baptism marks a new chapter in my spiritual journey. I am eager to continue growing in my faith and serving others. By the time Kate was done, the effect on all those present could be seen, with some even getting moved to tears. Kate had barely been done speaking when the small crowd present erupted in a loud clap, cheering and roaring in support. The love and support from Kate's family was also evident, with Princess Charlotte immediately rushing into her mother's hand in a warm embrace. Her brothers soon followed suit, and then Prince William joined in the brief moment of affection amidst the chairs. Kate has always been a significant presence in the British monarchy, blessing the world with her various contributions and charity work in the past, but Kate has blessed people in a new way today. As it turns out, the impact of Kate's actions was not just felt by those in attendance at the baptism. Messages from across the globe soon started flooding the internet, with people testifying about being moved to tears by Kate's actions and words. Some even revealed that their spiritual life had been awakened thanks to Kate Middleton's actions, stating that they were also renewing their commitment to their faith. While the event of the day can be described as a massive revival, things didn't stop there. Contrary to that, conversations on the topic continued and were even louder following the event. On the internet, a commenting party soon began with royal experts, analysis biographers, and even religious leaders providing their insights on the event. As for some religious leaders, the event of Kate's baptism was highly significant to the discussion of faith amongst even public figures. Kate's actions very well showed that the question of faith and pursuit of salvation was not just for the masses alone, but also a concern of the wealthiest and the most established. It is also a sign that God reaches out to everyone at their different stages and positions in life, and as long as we receive him, he will come in. While the support for Kate Middleton was massive, however, there remained those who still criticized her actions as a publicity stunt. Their voices were, however, overshadowed by those who were positive, with some stating that people have different faith journeys and personal reasons for their spiritual choices, and that Kate was entitled to her choices. Kate Middleton is diagnosed with cancer. Kate Middleton, the Princess of Wales, has always been admired for her elegance, composure, and her dedication to royal duties. But as last year drew to a close, fans and royal watchers noticed something unusual. Kate, who is typically a well-known figure at public events, was no longer seen as frequently as before in the spotlight. And after a while, she wasn't even seen in the public eye anymore. It was as if she was missing in action. Her absence brought about concern and wild speculations among the public and the media. Many wondered why someone so active and committed to her role would suddenly become so private. As the months passed, whispers grew louder, and people couldn't help but try to understand what exactly was going wrong. There were rumors of health issues, family struggles, and even strained relations within the royal family, but no official statement was made, leaving people to speculate, make guesses, spread rumors, and worry. But what exactly was going on? Where was Kate Middleton? Keep watching to find out. Some people believed that Kate was simply taking time off for personal reasons, but others feared that something more serious was happening. The entire mystery surrounding her absence casted a shadow over the usually transparent royal household. Rumors continued to spread, and it reached its peak when the royal family released its official Christmas portrait of last year, and netizens were able to point out that Kate was photoshopped into the picture.
Kate Middleton and Prince William's annual Christmas card appears to suffer a Photoshop fail. The Prince and Princess of Wales's Christmas portrait with their 3 children appears to have suffered a Photoshop fail.
To stop the raging rumors, in March of this year, Kate finally broke her silence and shared the truth with the world. In a heartfelt statement, she revealed that she had been battling cancer. Her diagnosis had come as a shock, not only to her but also to her family and close friends. She explained that she and her doctors found out about the cancer after a planned abdominal surgery that she underwent. She was then asked to undergo chemotherapy to prevent the cancer from recurring. She also talked about the need to focus on her health and undergo treatment, which was why she had chosen to step away from her public duties. Her openness was both heartbreaking and inspiring, as it gave people a glimpse into the personal challenges faced by someone who is often seen as a symbol of strength. Kate described the initial fear and uncertainty she felt when she received her diagnosis. Like anyone facing such news, she was overwhelmed, but she also spoke about the incredible support she received from her family, including her husband, Prince William, and her children. She also shared how her faith helped her navigate this difficult time. Kate's story deeply touched the hearts of many people who have faced or are facing similar battles. Her willingness to open up about her experience brought comfort to those who felt they were not alone. Throughout her treatment, Kate remained determined to stay positive. Although she could not attend public events, she stayed involved in her charitable work behind the scenes. She worked closely with organizations supporting cancer research and patient care, using her platform to raise awareness about the importance of early detection and treatment.
Duchess Kate Middleton channels her inner Princess Diana with a visit to sick children in the hospital. Here she is meeting 9-year-old Ava.
Her dedication to making a difference, even while dealing with her own health challenges, inspired countless individuals around the world. As news of her battle spread, messages of love and support poured in from across the globe. People admired her courage and strength, and her story became a symbol of hope for others. Kate's journey also highlighted the importance of breaking the stigma around discussing serious illnesses. Her openness encouraged more people to share their own experiences and seek help when needed. Even with the issues she faced, Kate's strength shone through. Her family remained her greatest source of strength, with Prince William often seen speaking about the importance of supporting loved ones during tough times. The royal household also rallied around her, ensuring that she had the privacy and care she needed to focus on her recovery. Despite being an Anglican faithful, Kate had an unexpected encounter with Pope Francis, the leader of the Catholic Church. What exactly went down in the meeting between the Pope and Kate Middleton? Stay tuned to find out. Pope Francis meets with Kate Middleton. Kate Middleton had some underlying abdomen issues which were meant to be operated upon by a group of specialist doctors who have in the past operated on Pope Francis. During the surgery, the doctors discovered something unexpected. They found early-stage cancer. The diagnosis was a shock, turning what was supposed to be a routine medical checkup into the beginning of a much more challenging journey. Kate immediately began treatment with the team of specialists in London. Her days became filled with medical appointments and consultations, leaving little time for anything else. The treatments were exhausting, and the emotional toll weighed heavily on her.
The image was released with a dramatic update on her medical condition. I am making good progress, but as anyone going through chemotherapy will know, there are good days and bad days.
One evening, as she sat alone in her room thinking of her next steps, she received an unexpected message. Pope Francis, who had learned of her condition, had invited her to meet him. The invitation surprised Kate, but she felt drawn to the opportunity for spiritual comfort. On the day of the meeting, the sun shone brightly over the city, offering a sense of warmth and peace, which was in contrast with the heaviness in her heart. Kate arrived at a small, historic church where she was meant to meet with the Pope. She wore a simple navy blue dress and a cream scarf. Her face, though tired from treatment, carried an expression of quiet strength. Inside the church, the air was cool and calm. The high ceilings and stained glass cast colorful patterns on the stone floor. Kate found a seat near the back, folding her hands and bowing her head in silent prayer. She was deep in thought when she heard soft footsteps approaching. She looked up to see Pope Francis, his simple white robe catching the light. The Pope greeted her warmly, his kind smile immediately putting her at ease. He invited her to walk with him, leading her to the altar where they lit a candle together. As the flame flickered, Kate whispered a prayer, her voice trembling with emotion. The Pope placed a comforting hand on her shoulder, and she felt a small wave of calm wash over her. After a few moments of silence, he led her to a private room at the back of the church. The space was small but welcoming, with a modest desk and shelves filled with old books. They sat across from each other, and the Pope encouraged Kate to share her thoughts. At first, her words were slow and seemingly calculated, but soon she got more comfortable. She spoke about the fear and uncertainty she felt after her diagnosis. She admitted to struggling with the idea of being vulnerable, of letting the world see her in a weakened state. Her role as a public figure had always been one of strength and grace, and she felt she was failing in some way by being unwell. The Pope listened patiently, nodding as she spoke. He reminded her that strength comes not from always being perfect, but from facing challenges with courage. His words touched her deeply, and for the first time in weeks, she allowed herself to cry openly. After some time, the Pope suggested they step outside. He led her through a small wooden door at the side of the church, revealing a hidden garden. The garden was quiet and serene, with a fountain in the center and flowers blooming in neat rows. They walked slowly along the cobblestone path, the sound of trickling water filling the air. Kate stopped near the fountain, watching the sunlight dance on the rippling surface. The Pope pointed out how water, though soft and gentle, could shape even the hardest stone over time. His words struck a chord with her, and she stood there silently, enjoying the moment. The Pope handed her a small jar of holy water, dipping his fingers into it and anointing her forehead. The cool touch brought a sense of relief, and she closed her eyes, letting the peaceful atmosphere soothe her spirit. They returned to the church, where the Pope led her to a side chapel rarely opened to visitors. Inside was a beautiful painting of Mary holding the infant Jesus. Candles flickered softly, casting a warm glow over the room. Kate felt an overwhelming sense of calm as she knelt before the image, her hands clasped tightly in prayer. Before she left, the Pope gave her a small wooden rosary. Its beads, worn smooth from years of use, felt solid in her hands. He encouraged her to carry it as a reminder of hope and faith during her journey. As Kate left the church, the weight on her shoulders felt lighter. The meeting with Pope Francis had given her a sense of clarity and renewed strength. While her battle was far from over, she felt more prepared to face the road ahead, carrying with her the memory of the quiet garden, the gentle water, and the comforting presence of the Pope. After the unplanned meeting with the Pope, Kate was strengthened to continue her battle. Now Kate is faring better and is back to the spotlight. But how is she really faring now? Let's find out. How is Kate Middleton faring now? Kate Middleton has returned to royal duties after successfully undergoing cancer treatment earlier this year.
Pope Francis welcomed President Obama to the Vatican. He has another high-profile visitor, Britain's Queen Elizabeth. Mark Phillips is in Vatican City, where the two leaders met a short time ago.
I'd like to present to you the Secretary of State, Cardinal Parolin. Your Majesty,
The royal family of Britain has always shown respect for global leaders who inspire change, and Pope Francis is no exception. Known for his humility and compassion, the Pope recently went through an unexpected transformation. This transformation touched hearts around the world and left the royal family deeply moved. What could Pope Francis have done to create such an emotional response? Join us as we reveal the unexpected transformation that left the royal family in tears. The connection between the royal family of Britain and Pope Francis. Years before the recent transformation, Pope Francis, born Jorge Mario Bergoglio in Argentina, became the head of the Catholic Church and sovereign of the Vatican City State in 2013. As the first pope from the Americas, his election marked an important moment in the Church's history.
You have to vote, and one must choose the lesser of two evils. Who is the lesser of two evils? That lady or that gentleman? I don't know.
Pope Francis is widely known for his humility and focus on serving the marginalized. He has also worked tirelessly to bring reforms to the Catholic Church. He emphasizes themes like compassion, inclusivity, and addressing social and environmental justice issues. As the spiritual leader of over 1.3 billion Catholics worldwide, Pope Francis has a mission to unite people through faith while addressing pressing global challenges. His papacy has been defined by a commitment to building bridges across communities and fostering interfaith dialogue. Over the years, the royal family of Britain has always had a cordial relationship with the papacy, and every pope that ascends to being the head of the Holy See. But how is Pope Francis connected to the royal family of Britain? And how has the relationship between them blossomed over the years since his ascension as pope? Keep watching to find out. The British royal family has its roots in Anglicanism, which is a central part of their identity. As members of the Church of England, they uphold a faith that has shaped Britain's culture and government for centuries. This connection highlights the royal family's commitment to their faith and their responsibility to uphold the traditions of the Anglican Church. Despite their Anglican faith, the royal family has maintained a respectful and friendly relationship with the Catholic Church. This is significant given the historical tensions between the two churches, particularly following England's break from Rome during Henry VIII's reign in the 16th century. Over time, these strained relations have evolved into a spirit of mutual respect and understanding. In the 20th century, efforts to build bridges between the British monarchy and the Catholic Church became more visible.
Pope Francis reflected on family crises during an audience with members of the Retrouvailles Association, which is dedicated to helping couples in crisis. Those present thanked the Pope for his presence and attention.
Queen Elizabeth II made history through her meetings with several popes. She met Pope John XXIII in 1961, marking an important moment in Anglican Catholic relations. Her visit to Pope John Paul II in 1980 further strengthened these ties, with both leaders discussing global issues such as peace and poverty. She later met Pope Benedict XVI in 2010 during his visit to the UK, where they shared a mutual appreciation for faith's role in addressing social challenges. Since his ascension in 2013, Pope Francis has also engaged with the British monarchy, continuing this tradition of dialogue. Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip visited Pope Francis at the Vatican in 2014. The meeting reflected a shared concern for addressing global issues like poverty and environmental stewardship. The Queen presented Pope Francis with a basket of traditional British food, symbolizing goodwill and cultural exchange. Ever since his ascension, King Charles III, known for his dedication to interfaith dialogue and environmental causes, has continued to build this relationship with the Papacy of Rome. In 2017, as Prince of Wales, he visited the Vatican and met Pope Francis. Their conversation focused on critical global concerns, such as climate change and promoting harmony between different faiths. Both leaders emphasized the importance of working together to create a more just and sustainable world. The Catholic Church and the royal family share many values, including a commitment to service, compassion, and addressing inequality.
As Christmas approaches, my heart goes out to all Christians who are being persecuted on account of their faith.
Pope Francis's messages of inclusivity and care for the weak amongst us align closely with the royal family's charitable efforts, such as King Charles III's work through the Prince's Trust. This shared sense of responsibility has strengthened their bond over the years, but in recent times, Pope Francis has started to change in ways that have been noticed by the royal family of Britain. What exactly are these unexpected transformations? Stay tuned to find out. The unexpected transformations of Pope Francis. Pope Francis has always been seen as a progressive and compassionate leader of the Catholic Church, but his recent actions have sparked widespread conversation, with many seeing it as an unexpected transformation in how he leads the Church to engage with global issues. Pope Francis recently made headlines by calling for more inclusivity and understanding toward the Pride community. Traditionally, the Church has held conservative views on this matter, but Pope Francis's words represent a significant shift in how the Church approaches these issues. During an interview late this year, he said that the Church must welcome everyone, regardless of their queer orientation. He even gave his blessings on same-gender marriage civil unions, and also stressed on the importance of compassion and acceptance, saying, "Who are we to judge? God's love is for all his children." This message resonated with many people, especially those who support human rights. The Pope also urged Catholic leaders to think about how they could better support marginalized groups in their communities. His words showed that the Church is taking steps to become more open and welcoming.
The future of the Catholic Church by saying the Church is in need of repair. He emphasized the need to make it a place of welcome for everyone.
This action is part of Pope Francis's larger mission to fight inequality and bring people together. It shows his commitment to helping those who are often left out or forgotten. The Pope's approach has been compared to the values of the British royal family. Like the Pope, King Charles III has always supported social harmony and religious tolerance. King Charles is known for his work in promoting peace and unity. The shared goals of the Pope and the royal family highlight a common vision for a world where everyone is respected. Pope Francis has also boldly spoken out on the Israel-Gaza conflict. For years, the Church has mostly stayed on the sidelines of such issues, but Pope Francis took a more active role this time. He called for an immediate ceasefire and encouraged both sides to engage in talks. In his speech, he urged world leaders to work together to end the violence. He also reached out to leaders of other religions, emphasizing the need for cooperation. This action by the Pope surprised many people. It marked a major change in how the Vatican handles global conflicts. It showed that Pope Francis is deeply committed to peace and protecting human dignity. What do you think about Kate Middleton's decision to get baptized again? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, and remember to like, share, and subscribe for more.